So, my coming out story. My coming out story has a lot to do with my Dominican identity because um, of a lot of things, of how my parents took it. It comes from our culture. The location was Dominican Republic. A lot of things are tied to that. So, here's my coming out story. It basically started. Um, I was in school. I was released from school. I came out, and my mother picked me up from school, and she sort of like turned to me really quick before the chaos of getting in the car and blasting music and fighting in the car with my little brother. She said, "Oh, when we get home, we're gonna talk. Like I have something for you in the room." So I'm thinking it's like a present or a surprise or something like that. But I go to the room with my mother in it and also my father, and she like closes the door, and they show me my laptop, which had pictures of like guys like shirtless and like guys kissing and stuff like that. Very PG stuff that had a lot of gay content. So my parents were like asking questions and this and that, and I was crying and because I knew I had gotten caught basically, and my mother was hysterical, crying and screaming and all these other things. But my dad was very calm, but he was just like, "Who taught you to be like this? Because we didn't teach you." And I didn't have an answer for him. I didn't really respond. And my mother, she turned to me and was like, we're going to take you to see a counselor. We're going to get this fixed. And the craziness sort of wore off some like time after. My mom turned to me and was like, "Oh, so like, do you want to be a woman or anything like that?" And I said, "No, I feel like I may be attracted to men." And mind you, I am around the age of 16. I'm in Dominican Republic. Um, I was scared, and my mother reassured me that as long as, at the end of the day, as long as I'm happy, everything should be okay, which is a conflicting message for me because she's telling me that being gay is not okay, but at the end of the day, if I'm happy, she's happy, and that the world will go around. And my coming out story was very confusing. To this day, we don't really talk about the past, and it's very interesting how they're so quick to brush off my sexuality, which historically goes back to I consider my Dominican identity, in which homosexuality is shamed, and you should always be a man at all times.